Hello, friends and families. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening to all of you whenever you're watching this video. I am so happy to have you all back for another math lesson with me. Let's go ahead and begin with our objective. So, as always, our objective is broken up into three different parts so we know exactly how we're going to do something, what we need to understand about it, and lastly, why we're doing it or why it's important. So let's go ahead and begin reading. You may read with me or in your head as I read out loud to you. I will use ones, tens, and hundreds to look at numbers with more than 9 ones or 9 tens in order to see all the ways you can express a number with different units. And remember, my friends, ones, tens, and hundreds, those are all different units. They're place values, but they're also units. Let's go straight into our teacher model.
All right, friends and families, welcome to the teacher model. Now on my screen, you'll see a blank place value chart. We're going to show the number 14. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's show the number 14 in the way that we instinctively or we kind of are more normal with. Okay, so let's try that. And remember, we can only show it with ones, tens, and hundreds because that's our objective today. Now, you'll notice, what disc did we use from greatest to least? From greatest to least, we used 110 and 4 ones. Now, I'm going to change 110 for 4 ones. So, I'm going to change 110 for 10 ones. And I'm going to use my 5 group or my 10 frame to help me show that. So I have 110 that changed or turned into 10 ones, and then I still have my 4 ones here. What disc did we use this time? We used 14 ones. Great. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and then I'm going to pull a blank sheet because I want us to take a look at a statement that I'm going to write for the class or share with the class. 110 and 2 ones is equal to 12 ones. I want you to pause the video here, my friends, and then tell a friend or a family member about why this statement is true. Why is this statement true? Tell a friend or a family member, and then we will come back and talk about it as a team. Welcome back, my friends. So yes, it is true. It's true that 110 and 2 ones is the same thing as 12 ones. It's true because 110 is 10 ones. Let me go ahead and draw that. So 110 is 10 ones, and 10 plus 2 ones, 10 ones plus 2 ones is 12 ones. Great. Now, you might remember that a long time ago I told you that you can't have more than 9 ones, or that when you do get 10 ones, you should turn into a 10. And that is still true. But it's also okay to use more than 9 ones. It's just faster to use a 10. Let's move on. Okay, so for this next part, I want you to go ahead and try this at home on your own first. Show me the number 140 with your place value discs, and then we will do it together as a team. Alrighty, welcome back, my friends. Let's go ahead and draw our place value discs for the number 140 the way we would normally show it. We would show 140 with 100, and we would also show 140 with 4 tens. Great. what place value disc did we use from the greatest to the least? Yes, we used from the greatest to least, we used 104 tens. Now, I'm going to change this 100 for 10 tens because 10 tens is the same thing as 100. I'm going to change this to 10 tens, okay? And I'm going to set that up using our 10 frame or our 5 groups. Oops. Great. What disc did we use this time? We used tens, and specifically we used 14 tens. Now, we're going to touch and count by tens to find the total value of our tens here. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, let's see, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. What is the value of 14 tens? Answer that in a full sentence. Great job. The value of 14 tens is 140. Okay, moving on, I grabbed my blank piece of paper. I'm going to now write a separate statement that uses the same uniform we just worked with earlier. Okay, so just watch first. So our statement is 104 tens equals 14 tens. I want you to pause the video here and talk to a friend or a family member about why this statement is true. And then we will come back and talk about it as a team together. Alrighty, my friends, welcome back. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So 104 tens is the same thing as 14 tens. This is true because, take a look, 100 is the same thing as 10 tens. So let's go ahead and create 100 with 10 tens. And then we have our 4 tens. Ten tens is the same thing as 100, or they're both valued at 100. Now, let's take a look. We said 104 tens is the same thing as 14 tens, and it is, because we remember that 100 is made up of 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 tens, which is true. Moving on, we have our next statement. I want you to pause the video here again to discuss with a friend or a family member about why this statement is true. Why is it that 14 tens is equal to 140 ones? And then we will come back and talk about it together as a team. All right, my friends, welcome back. So, I hope you had a good discussion with your friend or your family member. Now we're going to talk about why 14 tens equals 140 ones. Why that's true. So 14 tens equals 140 ones. Let's begin by looking at 14 tens. I'm going to take this away. Let's take a look at 14 tens. And notice how I'm setting up my tens in 5 groups or a 10 frame. And bring these down. Okay. 14 tens. Remember, we're looking at 14 tens. We're trying to make sure that 14 tens is equal to 140 ones. So I have 10 there. 11, 12, 13, 14. Great, that's 14 tens. 14 tens is equal to 140 ones because, take a look, my friend, in each of our tens here, remember 10 ones makes 1 10. We have 10 ones in each stick. Take a look. 1, 2, oh, sorry, let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 ones in each 10 stick. So if we were to count, just like we did earlier, we would get 140 ones because there's 10 ones in each 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. So, take a look. 14 tens is the same thing as 140 ones. For the last part of our teacher model, we're going to be working with the number 512. What discs will we use? Great. We're going to use 500s. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to set that up in our 10 frame or our 5 groups. So 512, we're going to use 500s, 110, and 2 ones. Great. Now I'm going to change 110 for 10 ones, okay? I'm going to change 110 for 10 ones. Great. What discs did we use now? Yep, we used hundreds and ones. So we used 500s and 12 ones because that's 10, 11, 12. So we used 500s and 12 ones. Let's go to our last statement. All right, and I'm going to write that out on a blank piece of paper. 500s, 110, 2 ones is equal to 500s and 12 ones. Why is this statement true? So quietly take a look at the statement again, and then I want you to pause and talk to a friend or a family member about why this statement is true. Why does 500s, 110, 2 ones equal the same thing as 500s, 12 ones? We will come back and talk about it together as a class when you are done talking to a friend or family member. Okay, my friends, welcome back. Now we're going to talk about our statement that I just wrote down earlier. This time I took the statement away so that we could take a look at our base 10 blocks for our statement. We're going to take a look at why 500s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, why 500s, 110, and 2 ones is the same thing as 500s and 12 ones, okay? Let's take a look. 500s and 110 and 2 ones is the same thing as 500s and 12 ones because in a 10, there are 12 ones. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch out our big 10 here for the for the 10 ones. Okay, we have 5. We just need to make another 5 group so that we can have a 10 there. Great. So you'll see that we didn't change the amount even though the unit changed. We changed the 110 to 10 ones. Now we have 500s and 12 ones all together. A 10 there and then 2 here, so that's 12 ones and 500s.
All right, my friends, as you get ready to move into your independent practice problem set and your exit ticket, I want you to keep these 2 things in mind. Number 1, use the place value chart just like this and pay attention to which units to use. For example, I did the first one for you. It says to draw 18 using 10s and 1s. 10s and 1s are the units I will be using for this place value chart. So again, pay attention to which units to use. Number 2, then I want you to think about the different ways we can show a number using our units of 1s, 10s, and 100s. Again, I did the first example for you. So the one way to show 18 is 0 hundreds, 1 tens, and 8 ones. Another way to show 18 is just 18 ones. So make sure you are reading closely, paying attention to the instructions, paying attention to what is being given to you. Good luck, my friends. I know you guys are going to do an amazing job. Don't forget that if you don't have the printed or hard copy version, you can click the link in the description box below. It will take you to the worksheet. You don't have to print it. Just write down the problems on a separate piece of paper, or if you know how to work on it digitally, feel free to. Solve this on your own, the best that you can. I'm looking forward to all of your great work, and I will see you all in the next lesson.